Even though their name is fun, these guys know how to be serious.
There are some nights I hold on to every note I ever wrote.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Brayton, and welcome to WatchMojo.com. And today we're speaking with the band about politics and downloading music.
Waiting for catastrophes, imagining they'd scare me into changing whatever it is I am changing into.
Thematically, what kind of themes are you guys interested in writing about? And I mean, are you at all politically minded?
I personally try and stay out of it and try and stay within my head as much as possible, and so that might, sometimes that translates to certain things. I think a lot of it just being ashamed sometimes of what's happening, what's going on. But that's usually the extent that I go, is I just kind of keep it to myself and kind of just express my frustration.
I think the politics comes in with whatever platform we may or may not have. So like any of us, like specifically Nate writing lyrics, but you know, even like stuff that Andrew does or I would do, like there's no politics in the lyrics, but I know that any influence that we may have over anyone or any soapbox that we can stand on, like we have and would continue to use, not as like a big general thing to just like rant about stuff, but you know, specific things that mean a lot to us. Me, the biggest thing is gay rights. I think that's like, I keep saying that, it's the human rights issue of our generation, and it's gotten to the point where no one has the right to stand on the side anymore. It's almost like if you're not saying something, you're sort of adding to the problem. I wouldn't get up and talk about how pot should be legalized, you know. I actually think it should, but I don't really care. And like, right, you know, and I could be argued this way, or political issues, or money, or the economy. There's so many angles, but when it comes to...
when you're talking about basic human rights,
there's no angle.
There is no angle for basic human rights. And I think that that's what's so just unfortunate. And the fact that there could even be another side is pretty outraging.
I think the biggest part of the issue is for people to understand that it's not a gay issue, it's a everyone issue. So people like us who are straight and come from different places in the world and different religious backgrounds carry more weight in the sense that we're the people that need to be talking now. You know, of course, you know, gay people have been talking forever and they're going to continue, but you know, with civil rights, it wasn't until, you know, white people started marching with black people that it got everyone's attention. So I think that's a big thing right now, is for everyone to kind of stand up.
Why you wanna stay? Oh my God, have you listened to me lately? Lately, I've been crazy. There are some nights I wait for someone to save us.
You guys have made a couple of songs over your career available for free downloads. Why did you choose to do this? And what is your take on the whole illegal download situation?
As a band, I think where we were coming from, there were certain expectations just coming from other bands. And I think that it was important for us to make songs available to say, this is who we are. I hear people tell me that without the internet, we would have sold this many more records and so on and so forth, but without the internet we wouldn't have had the exposure to sell the amount of records that we've sold, and especially as a band who really has done it independently to start out with. It's so much more important to make things available to your fans, to let you know that you appreciate what they're doing and that not just that you want their money.
I think everything that didn't work for Metallica is exactly what works for us. It's nice to be in a time period when, you know, the smaller brands have more control. Like we're not trying to fight it. We're doing the opposite. We'd rather people steal our record and then come to the show and support us that way. It's a better way to support a band. You only buy a record once. You know, kids on this tour come to 3 or 4 shows in one area and buy merchandise, and maybe they wouldn't do that if they had to like go to Sam Goody and buy the record for $19.
You can be a fan in a lot of different ways, and you can support in a lot of different ways.
People love to forget the fact that there's many ways to support a band. They act like if you steal the record or if you don't buy the record, you're like horrible. There's an endless stream of ways you could support a band.
I don't know. I can also argue for the other side as well, especially because we do make, I think a lot of times our intent is to make records that people can hear all the way through, and I think that nowadays with the internet and because of all this stuff, so many things are single driven. And as someone, I love old records, and I love kind of, you know, the ebbs and flows that happen with that, and I think that a lot of the emotion does get lost when you don't own the record, or at least that's how it's been for me. If I illegally download a record, which I usually don't do, I end up treating it like crap.
You look at the Beatles iTunes thing, and like Penny Lane like raced up the charts, and it's almost like offensive to imagine people hearing Penny Lane without all of Magical Mystery Tour coming before it, because like, you know, it doesn't make any sense without it. It's like the first breath of fresh air on that record.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big concern too.
It's not even like about the money that comes with it. I think it's about the appreciation that I've noticed from buying a record and from illegally downloading a record. That's really all that matters to me, is that it feels good to own something or feel like a part of something.
It's even not about the money. It's just more about like the fact that you're giving something and getting something back, and that makes you think about what you're getting a little bit more.
If we take care of our audience, I feel like they would take care of us, and I feel like we're already experiencing that. So it's definitely not something that stresses us out, because people who come to our shows have already proven to us that they're really happy to support us, you know, even in more ways than just coming to the shows.
I'm just trying to get some sleep.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Some night